now that there's flags here, I love Israel. Wow, that's worked out pretty quickly. All the kids are getting indoctrinated now with foreign flags in their classrooms. Ridiculous. Supporters say the measure is needed in a time there's rising anti-Semitism. And so force-feeding people your opinions, you think that's going to work and help stop anti-Semitism? Are you crazy?
Does any flag of a foreign nation belong on a public school facility here in Beverly Hills? Of course not.
Foreign flags in American schools. That's what's happening in Beverly Hills. CBS News says that the school district now are voting to fly Israeli flags inside the schools in Beverly Hills in America. So not the US flag, which may be there, I don't know, or the California state flag, but another country's flag in kids' schools in America. And the school district voted for it. So here's the story. It says the school district officials voted yes on a proposal that they hope will fight anti-Semitism. Here's a little pro tip for them. It's not going to fight anti-Semitism, okay? It's going to backfire bigly. A lot of people are going to be very furious about that. I think they should be, regardless of the flag. If you said all students have to have a Ukrainian flag, I would flip my friggin' lid off. If you said that all of them have to have a trans flag or a gay flag because of discrimination or because of anti-gay bigotry or because of, anti-democratic sentiment, whatever it is, you make up some reason, I would be furious about it. I don't care if it's the Israeli flag per se. I care that it's a foreign flag in our students' classrooms. And so the idea that's going to fight anti-Semitism, I think a lot of people are going to say this is outrageous and it's not going to work. People are not going to just accept it and say, well, now that there's flags here, I love Israel. Wow, that's worked out pretty quickly. All the kids are getting indoctrinated now with foreign flags in their classrooms. Ridiculous. This is a time right now, says Sigali Sabag, that Jews are being killed and slaughtered on the streets and threats are happening. Okay, Catholic kids are also getting blasted in the back by trans. And should we mandate Catholic flags? Should we mandate the Vatican's seal be shoved in every kid's school? No. So we would never hear your boy, a Catholic, making that same argument, even though Catholics got slaughtered yesterday. There's not a special exception because some bad thing is happening to you. They initially proclaimed support for the resolution during their last meeting on August 5th, but they decided to wait for a vote until they could make some revisions. The completed version of the motion will recognize May as Jewish Heritage Month, display a flag at each school and facility, call for education and awareness around Jewish history and culture, and designate 10/7 as an annual day of remembrance, all throughout Beverly Hills. The resolution passed 3-2, which was met with strong reaction from members of the public who had gathered on Tuesday's night's meeting. Supporters say the measure is needed in a time there's rising anti-Semitism. And so force-feeding people your opinions, you think that's going to work and help stop anti-Semitism? Are you crazy? So that Jewish students can feel safe and supported. And it's all about the students, right? Now, recently, the Anti-Defamation League reported that anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. are record highs, and this should be a no-brainer for a school district that represents one of the only Jewish majority communities outside of Israel. Interesting, said Beverly Hills Vice Mayor John Marish while speaking to the crowd ahead of the vote. So they're in it. It's like, hey, it's democracy. If we want our American democracy to support foreign governments with foreign flags in American classrooms, we don't even have good American history. We don't even have good constitutional history. No one knows the structure of the government, who does what, the three branches, what the Bill of Rights are, what the First Amendment protects. It's a disaster. And so now they're going to bring in foreign education about foreign culture. It's ridiculous. Now in Los Angeles, data from a 2022 event showed that anti-Jewish hate crimes rose, and we oppose all of those. We don't want any crimes against any people. This is not condoning that. Opponents of the measure say that displaying the Israeli flag in a public school blurs the line between supporting the Jewish community and endorsing the Israeli government, which has been a massive conflation, right? And even judges are saying they're basically one and the same now. So if you oppose the Israeli flag in kids' classrooms because you just don't want foreign flags in your classroom, it's not even commentary on Israel at all. It's an American school. There should be two flags in there. That's it. The American flag and the state flag, period. And the kids should be taught about American culture and American values, not get specific education for whatever the current societal cause is. Because it's not just going to be the Jews. Next, it's going to be the trans. It already was the trans. We've already gone through this. We've already established the line. We don't want Ukrainian flags flying around our Congress. We don't want foreign flags in our kids' schools. Opponents of the measure say that this is endorsing the Israeli government, and particularly during a time they're at war. They also believe that other ethnic and religious groups exist within the school district. Yeah, what if they don't want to be taught about Jewish culture? Does any flag of a foreign nation belong belong on a public school facility here in Beverly Hills? Of course not, said Andrea Grossman, who's dead right. Flags of foreign nations do fly in other public schools across the state, says CBS, like in a Cope sentence. What schools and where? In what context? Are they Somalian flags in Little Somalia in Minnesota? I oppose that too. I don't care what foreign flag it is. It should not be allowed in our kids' schools if it's a foreign flag. On top of that, others say that the resolution isn't designed to protect all the district's students, which could lead to alienation from other children, exclusion for other persecuted communities, or fuel even more anti-Semitism. Jewish communities have suffered sharp increase in hate crimes, but other groups are not immune to these attacks either. Of course not. Catholics just got shot yesterday. Board members say that their decision was made in good faith, and that displaying the Israeli flag is not an endorsement of the government or a geopolitical topic, is what they say. It does not mean that the flag displays equals that it's against anyone. It's not against you. It's just support of our Jewish students and our Jewish community. So the officials said the flag would not be flown on the flagpole, and that they would continue to only fly the American flag and the California flag outside the campuses. They would instead showcase the Israeli flag in other ways, but they did not disclose exactly how they plan to do so. I don't know. Maybe they could just like tattoo it on the kids' foreheads, and then they could all wear yarmulkes all day long and learn about Jewish culture in American schools. It's insane. Anyways, here is what the report sounded like, so you can hear some of these people talking at the committee hearing.
Passionate debate at a board meeting of the Beverly Hills Unified School District. Board members voting yes on a proposal they say is meant to fight anti-Semitism. That includes displaying Israeli flags inside schools, but not everyone is on board. KCAL's Gio Insignaris is in Beverly Hills tonight with a look at both sides. Gio.
Rutabaga, good evening to you. That's right. This was something that was initially supported by board members going back to the last meeting on August 5th. Now they decided to revise it a bit and set it up for this vote tonight.
That's correct.
The resolution passes 3-2.
Thank you.
A stamp of approval by the Beverly Hills Unified School District Board of Education, passing a resolution meant to combat anti-Semitism in the community and drawing strong reaction from the public and board members.
This is a time right now that Jews are being killed and slaughtered on the street and threats are being happening. So enough.
So are Catholics.
The resolution
would,
people. Among other things, recognize May as Jewish Heritage Month, display the Israeli flag at each school and facility, call for education and awareness around Jewish history and culture, and designate October 7th, 2023 as an annual day of remembrance. Supporters say the measure is needed amid rising anti-Semitism to make Jewish students feel safe and supported.
I believe this vote is for the Jewish people, for anti-Semitism, and why there needs to be education and training.
The Anti-Defamation League recently reported anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. record highs, and in L.A. County, the most recent data from 2022 to 2023 showed anti-Jewish hate crimes rose 91%, the largest number of anti-Jewish crimes ever recorded.
This should be a no-brainer for a school district that represents one of the only Jewish majority communities outside of Israel.
But opponents argue that displaying the Israeli flag in a public school setting blurs the line between supporting Jewish people and endorsing the Israeli government, particularly during the war in Gaza, adding that other ethnic and religious groups exist in the school district as well.
Does any flag of a foreign nation belong on a public school facility here in Beverly Hills? Of course not.
Moreover, some organizations and local parents warn the resolution is not designed to protect all students. Instead, it could alienate certain kids, exclude other persecuted communities, and even fuel more anti-Semitism.
Jewish communities have suffered sharp increases in hate crimes, but other groups are not immune to these attacks either.
But board members in support say this is all meant in good faith, and that any display of an Israeli flag is not an endorsement of the country's government or any geopolitical topic.
It does not mean that the flag display means that it is against anyone. It is in support of our Jewish students and the Jewish community.
So will you fly the Gaza flag too? Will you fly to support those students who want to support that community? No, of course not.
And we reached out to the district for clarification on how the flags will be displayed, because that was a point of discussion, perhaps some confusion during points of this meeting tonight.
Everybody
we were told that
chest.
No flags will be flown on a flagpole other than the American and California flags. Instead, the Israeli flag will be displayed and showcased in other ways.
All right, so that's the story, and you can see what it sounded like over there. CARE, who is another group that I have no love for, and I don't want any foreign groups to be in here. Council on American Islamic Relations, the American Israeli Political Action Committee, all these things, right? If you're here and part of your operation is to focus on your foreign government, your foreign country, you're a foreign agent and should be treated as such. But they're unhappy about this, okay? So like there's gonna be a reaction to this, obviously. So CARE is organizing a protest and public comments and all the things, and they're gonna be digging into it. So it's, I think, not helpful, actually. I think it's actually gonna set back the effort to stop anti-Semitism. People are gonna say, this is a foreign flag in our kids' schools, and even if they have no opinion on Israel or Jewish people or any of those things, now they will, and it's gonna going to activate. It's like the Streisand effect. Okay, if you try to shove stuff into people's face or hide stuff, it just gets bigger. And so I think this is a pretty stupid play. Even if they want to stop anti-Semitism, which I don't condone, I don't support anti-Semitism at all. I don't want people to be bigoted towards anybody else, but I want our country to follow rules and have standards and all of those things. And so here, the school apparently is going to march forward with it. We'll see if those flags are hoisted and where.